The Terang Mortlake Football Club, proudly known as the Bloods, plays its home games across two iconic football grounds, the Terang Recreation Reserve and DC Farron Oval in Mortlake. The club was formed in 2002 after an alliance between the Terang Bloods and the Mortlake Cats, combining the proud traditions of both towns into one powerhouse club. Mortlake's football history began in 1882, when the club played its first match, a scratch game against Hexham, who was likely called the Swans at the time. By 1928, Mortlake had adopted the nickname Cats, but were also referred to as the Shirt Tearers, as opposing sides would often finish the game against them with their jumpers torn. Mortlake first tasted premiership glory in 1906, while competing in the Sheldrick Brewing Company Trophy, also winning it in 1907. The competition went through several name changes, becoming the Sir O'Hagan Trophy in 1909 and the small Morehouse Cullen Trophy in 1910. From 1911 to 1912, Mortlake played in the Corangamite Challenge Shield, and after World War I, they competed in the Corangamite Football Association from 1919 to 1922. They later joined the Warrnambool and Corangamite Football Association in 1924, then moved to the Western District Football League in 1925, before a short recess in 1926. In 1930, Mortlake became a founding member of the Hampton Football League, where they remained until 1998. In 1999, Mortlake merged with Darrenellum Tigers to form the Western Lions, but the venture was short-lived, with only 2 wins before folding in early 2000. In 2002, Mortlake entered 2 alliances, one with Terang, creating the Terang Mortlake Bloods in the Hampton Football League, and the other with Warrnambool, forming the Warrnambool Mortlake Tigers in the Minnera District Football League. As a standalone club, Mortlake won 7 premierships, 1906 and 1907 in the Sheldrick Brewing Company Trophy, 1919 and 1922 in the Corangamite Football Association, and 1931, 1936 and 1975 in the Hampton Football League. Terang, proudly known as the Bloods, shared a similar early path. They played in the Sheldrick Brewing Company Trophy in 1906 to 07, moved to the Sir O'Hagan Trophy in 1909, and the small Morehouse Cullen Trophy in 1910. From 1911 to 1915, they played in the Corangamite Challenge Shield, winning their first premiership in 1911. They returned after the war to play in the Corangamite Football Association from 1919 to 1923. Then moved to the Warrnambool and Corangamite Football Association in 1924, after a merger of the Western District Football Association and the Corangamite Football Association. In 1930, Terang was also a founding member of the Hampton Football League, staying there until 2002 with the alliance with Mortlake. As a standalone club, Terang won 12 premierships. The Corangamite Challenge Shield in 1911, 1920 in the CFA, WDFL in 1929, and an impressive 1932, 34, 55, 56, 67, 72, 79, 81 and 1995 in the Hampton Football League. Since uniting in 2002, the Terang Mortlake Bloods have competed in the Hampton Football League and have built a proud modern record, winning 3 senior premierships in 2004, 2005 and 2008. From humble beginnings in the late 1800s, through wars, league changes, mergers and great rivalries, the story of Terang and Mortlake is one of resilience, passion and community pride. Together as the Terang Mortlake Bloods, the club carries forward over a century of football tradition, representing 2 proud towns as one. If you've enjoyed learning about the history of the Terang Mortlake Bloods, make sure to like, subscribe and leave a comment telling me where you'd like me to go next. And remember, go Bloods!
It's a hard fight, it's the ep7 for you and for me. It's the ep7, footy we love, footy of the red and the blue. Every heart beats true for the red and the blue. As we sing this song to you, we'll sing true all the greatest beats.